First of all, before I start, I want to dedicate this whole video and really all of my art to the African American community. We are facing so much unrest in our world right now, and whether you're mixed, whether you're 100% African American, there is a lot of turmoil going on around us. So I want to dedicate this video specifically to George Floyd and the rest of the African American community, because so much art, so much history, so much value has come to our society through the Black community, and there's something about our nation right now that refuses to see that. And so I want everything that I do in my art to really add value to human life, just as the Black Lives Matter movement is adding value to actual human life. So I ask that as you watch this, you step aside from my abilities and my talents and whatever else may be going through your mind as you watch, and focus on all of the things that we as content creators have learned from our African American predecessors, from the people whose shoulders we stand on to create content that is beneficial to the world, is beautiful, and reminds us of how much beauty there is in the world. What's up, everybody? I am Austin Bates, and I don't know about you, but this quarantine has gotten me bored. So I was scrolling through YouTube the other day, and I found an awesome video right here about a cinematography challenge that you pick a room in your house and you spend an hour there and you shoot and edit your entire cinematic sequence, 30 seconds to 60 seconds, right there in that room. And so I decided, what else do I have to do with my time? And I went for it. Here I have a little time lapse of the process of making it. I just put up my little Panasonic camera in the corner with a wide angle lens, and I just let it roll for the hour or so that I was making the video. That was actively shooting. I spent way more time editing. So yeah, without further ado, let me show you my cinematic sequence. I just want to live my life in a priceless hideaway, away from all the pain and strife. Oh, for a perfect world where the leaves all stay the same. No more death and no more shame, trapped in an endless day. But I know that's all a dream, 'cause the pain makes life more real. Every speck, every detail has a purpose to reveal. So, I discovered a few things from this. Most of my projects that I work on, I have a very wide time frame. It's mainly promotional videos and things like that I can do pretty much in the next 3 months. But with this particular time limit, in the original video, they limited it to an hour. And I tried. I really tried. But as a perfectionist, I discovered, not really possible. But I tried. Another thing I discovered, well, not really discovered, but reinforced, was my love for cinematography. This challenge was so amazing for me because I love being able to pull art from simple things. And I've worked on a few different styles of shoots. I've done I've done story shoots like for films and things like that. I've done some journalistic videography, and I've done creative videography as well. And just, it reinforces every time I do creative videography how much I love that just pure cinematic look. And so this project was so much fun because I just got to pour all of my creativity into it without having to worry about things like with journalistic videography where you're preserving the story while you're telling it, or with promotionals where you're selling something with it. But I just got to make it look beautiful. And granted, that's not to say that other forms of videography can't be beautiful, but my focus was in the aesthetic. And that was just so much fun. And probably the last thing I discovered that I'll discuss in this video is how quickly Sony batteries die. My time was taken up so much by changing out batteries and charging batteries. I had 3 Sony batteries to work with for my A7 and A6300, and man, they went out all the time. So I guess in part this video is also to say, like, Sony, up your game with batteries. But yeah, I spent so much time changing out batteries, and my workflow would have been so much faster and easier if my batteries lasted longer. They couldn't even last 30 minutes of shooting, which is kind of absurd since these cameras are used in professional shoots all the time. So that was just the last thing that I noticed that I'll talk about in this video. But yeah, I guess the point of this is to say that even in quarantine, we have access to so much. We have access to creating so much. And just don't let the isolation, the situational depression that often comes with being alone, don't let all of that stuff keep you from creating, because there's so much beauty in the world. There's so much beauty even in our own houses to create and to show to the world that no matter what happens in the world around us, to not stifle that creativity that we have and just let it out, express it. I hope you guys like it, and as always, subscribe, like. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Let's try this again. Another thing I discovered was that what was the other thing I discovered?